Sorry. Where the heck are the MOTU Origins vehicles? Join us as we discuss the vehicles we'd love to see come to the line with special guest Pedro Ribeiro, direct from Portugal, right now on Toy Habits Live.
And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress, and you're watching Toy Habits Live. How's it going, Michael?
I am good. We got a nice pre-order surprise this morning for some MOTU and some Turtles of Grayskull figures, so that was a nice way to start the day. And how are you doing?
I'm doing well. It was a nice way to start the day. I had a heck of a work day, super busy. Some breaking news in the afternoon. And I actually didn't realize that some of the stuff that went for pre-order was actually in stock, which we'll talk about shortly. So I got those ordered and got the word out. So all things ended well on a Friday, and happy to have Pedro here as well. So we're going to have a fun live stream. Yes. I got to say, I'm in a much better mood now than I was an hour ago. So I'm feeling good. And I got past my eBay mail debacle, so I'm a lot happier. Let's say that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we should have like a dedicated stream on eBay mail debacles. I've had the last couple months have been horrendous with packages going to different people across the globe. Like
really?
It was horrible, but we'll.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's terrible. I mean, I couldn't even get something to go like 3 or 4 miles from my house. It's been since Tuesday, and it hasn't gotten there yet. And it's not going to get there till Monday. I could have literally like dropped it off myself.
Oh, you
but
totally.
Anyway, nice to say we're happy everybody's here on a Friday night in December. Everyone's feeling like, you know, the holiday spirit, getting cozy, getting the holiday decorations out. So let's go ahead and do we want to check in on the stream first? And then I'll let you lead the way on our special guest is coming up shortly, but we'll say hello to everyone out here in the chat.
Yeah,
all right. Good. Wonderful. So we have some more friends from Portugal as well. We got Antonio Pereira joining us, and also Manuel Sierra as well. Sierra, sorry, my apologies. From Spain. That is so awesome. So we've got our Latin European representation here supporting Pedro, which is super fun. We got Germany Retro Toys in the house, and some guy named Pedro Ribeiro's also in the chat. I'm totally kidding. He's waiting in the green room backstage, so we can't wait to talk to him. We got TNT SK8 joining us. We have Nuno Banderita also. It looks like another friend of Pedro as well. Velasquez is also here too from Madrid. Welcome. Pars Mazzotti. You guys are not making this easy for me, but welcome from Italy. That is so cool. Like, I feel so international right now. Another friend, Ciao, from Florence, Italy. Ciao to you too, Sienna. Very nice to have you. We have Stefan here from Portugal. Jolty is also here from Barcelona. I have a cousin in Barcelona. That's awesome. We have Licia from Portugal as well. We got Ari joining us from Portugal as well. This is just such an amazing crew. We got Delano also joining us. We got Mundo Mupi here. And now we come to our Toy Habits crew. We got Giraffe joining us. We have Eduardo Mello, our friend from Canal Dos. Eddie, how are you? So good to see you, my friend. So happy to see you in the chat. We have Lord Hoagie joining us. Crew member Robert Alessandrini here, right hand of Skeletor, crew member Joshua Robbins, crew member Joe Coleman. It's Toy Habits time, people. You got to say that when Joe's in the chat. We have Helter Santos joining us. We have crew member Everloss here. We have Mario Jose Neri, Timbo from Limbo. Our crew member and friend of the channel, Brennan Barnes, is also here. Of course, Joe Coleman and all our crew are friends. We have King Panther joining us. We have also friend of the channel, Toy Hunters Hollow. And thank you, Toy Hunters Hollow, for posting a very cool reveal today that the Baroness of Toys sent me, and then I covered it, and we'll talk about that shortly. And I'm super excited about that topic, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. We have a brand new member here, action figure archaeologist, joining us. And speaking of the one and only crew member, there is the Baroness of Toys. Good to see you, Baroness, and thanks for the heads up on that Spidey reveal. We have Stephen Komarak here. Jeff Karusalik is also here. Crew member Frank Pryor is here. We got Nunya Biz. We have James all joining us. I think I already said hi to his Helter Santos. Jinx Excalibur is here. Bill Leonari is here. We got crew member Rob 2023. Finally, an easy one to say. And then following to say it's Dorelaxian here as well. You guys are giving me a hard time tonight. And we also have a crew member Ryan Cole and crew member Carnage 717. I think I worked a lot on that one. All right.
You did. That's I don't know how you do it, because I try and I just end up repeating everybody.
And I'm not wearing my reading glasses, so it just makes it that much harder.
I bet. That's awesome. Yeah, so we do want to say hello to our crew and just thank each and every one of you for the support. And again, this is the best part of our week when we get to talk about the things we love. So thanks for the support, and we are going to be getting those hot tubs and streams back on schedule. Sorry, we've been super busy, but we will be getting those back on schedule. So
yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. Let's dive into just a couple of news topics before we bring Pedro on. Was greeted with a nice surprise of the cartoon collection Wave 22 pre-orders this morning. I was surfing Amazon like I usually do in the morning and noticed that Triclops, Hordak, and Man-E-Faces were actually up for pre-order on Amazon. EE had teased something Mattel that was dropping at 9 a.m. So I'm like, okay, that kind of seals the deal that it's the cartoon collection. So yeah, I'm gonna, if you haven't pre-ordered this stuff, I'm gonna drop this link in the chat. And there we go. We have all the links here. They went up on EE, BBTS, Amazon. We do have the links to Walmart too, but they are out of stock. I don't think they ever went up for pre-order.
I was just gonna add, if you really can't wait, we actually have right here Hordak and Triclops in stock right now. Add to cart with Toy Habits code. Toy Habits?
Yes, Toy Habits.
Get 10% off these guys. So what a great deal. So it's like the same price that Amazon has it for, but you can get it right now instead of in March, which is the ship date that Amazon shows. So go ahead and head over, use Toy Habits code. You'll get 10% off this. Free shipping, I think, on orders over, it's either $39 or $59. I think it says $39. I'm not wearing my reading glasses. I can't see it. Because they're always changing the dollar value. So right now the promotion's $39.
Yeah, so if actually
you can have Hordak and Triclops right now.
Yeah, you can get free shipping on both of those since they've lowered the
Man-E-Faces was in stock, but now he says back order. But you can try and order them anyway. Maybe they'll just get it, shortly. So if you want the whole wave, you can get a case. They do have a case with all of them, and there's 2 Hordaks, Man-E-Faces, and Triclops. For $78.99, you'll get 10% off that. That one is in stock. So if you can't wait for Man-E-Faces, you can get them right away and have an extra card in Hordak, or share it with a friend.
There you go. That's awesome. And then the other things that were interesting find on Amazon and also went up for pre-order just on BBTS. I don't know what Entertainment Earth is doing today, but they were having some issues. But the Wave 6 pre-orders for the Turtles of Grayskull also dropped on Amazon and BBTS. We expect Entertainment Earth to get them as well, but they are very, very slow with getting those up, which I don't understand. They were having so many issues because they still had their error pages up for Hordak and Triclops till 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. I was like, wait,
oh my God. But that just will buy us more time for people to get them, because they have them in their warehouse as we speak. So that's okay.
Yeah, so the pre-orders on Amazon show that they will be released on, oh my gosh, tax day. Woohoo, April 15th, 2025. Yeah, hey, you can spend your
you're gonna get charged for your figures, and then you're gonna pay Uncle Sam on the same day.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
okay. All good. At least you have something nice to look forward to after paying taxes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is
Exactly.
awesome. And then I'll let you finish up on your news, and then I got a couple things, exciting things to talk about as well. Unless you want me to jump on.
Oh yeah, no, you could jump right in. Yeah, that
Okay,
was all I wanted
wonderful.
to cover off of. So yeah.
Yeah, so really cool news I wanted to share, and thanks again to Toy Hunters Hollow for the heads up of posting this reveal, and the Baroness of Toys who sent it to me this morning. Thank you both. There was a Marvel Legends live stream by the Hasbro team this morning. You know, they revealed a whole bunch of Marvel Legends, and I know we don't really cover that on the show, but the one thing that I got so excited about is finally there's going to be a Spider-Man 1977 inspired by the live action TV show that Nicholas Hammond was on. I don't know if you guys watched it. It was in the 70s. I loved that show. It was a live action Spider-Man show. He had like a clip-on web slinger and like a belt. This was like the quintessential Spider-Man for me growing up. Some of you might remember the mini series of the Chinese Web that Spider-Man was on. He like battled against, different enemies on that one. It was a very cool episode, but this is like the 70s version. See, Spidey from the Chinese Web. Yeah, that was like I guess it was a mini series of the last season. And this is a view of Spider-Man look like on the TV show. Here's Nicholas Hammond. Some of you might remember him from the Brady Bunch. He was on the episode where Marcia yells, "Oh, my nose!" and she gets beat by the football, and she was supposed to go out with the big man on campus, Doug Simpson. And then when Doug sees her, her nose is all blown up, and he breaks this date. So that's when Nicholas Hammond first appeared, on his big role on TV. He then afterward got this role as Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, on this 2-season lived series. But they're making an action figure of this version, and it makes me so happy. Like I love this version of Spidey, and I'm super excited. The one terrible part of the news about this is going to be a Walmart exclusive. Walmart canceled my Superman the movie figure, and I'm like, I have no hope that I'm gonna get this guy. Because I think fans of this version of Spider-Man have been waiting for a figure of him for ages. Yeah, so Giraffe says Electric Company Spider-Man versus the Bookworm is the greatest Spider-Man battle ever. For me, and I put a little history about the Amazing Spider-Man TV series here. You can check it out. But so super exciting news. And he comes, rather than with like a plastic piece of web, he comes with a string, which is so funny because the designers are like, well, he shot out string from his web shooter on the TV series because it was something that Peter Parker made for himself. Back then, it was the 70s, right? He shot out string. So they packed him with a piece of string for webbing, which was super cute. And then you get the little web, the web pieces and the spare hands. But this is such a classic look for Spider-Man, and can't be more excited. And I love the packaging. It's like great. 70s retro. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I love it. So I'm gonna have to get 2 of these. This is just awesome.
Yeah, like the logo. Yeah, the logo looks cool. It's like totally.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, totally retro.
That's so retro. I love it. I mean, I guess the designer who did this was like so excited about it, and like just brought back so many nostalgia feels. Who out there in the chat remembers this version of Spider-Man and watching him on TV? like I don't know about you guys, but that's why this made me excited because cool. Yeah. So Joe needs Spidey 77. If you watch Wonder Woman in the 70s and the Spider-Man TV series, these are things that us kids of like the 70s and 80s grew up on. So did you watch this show, Michael, when it was on?
I don't think so. I watched the Hulk, but I don't think I watched Spider-Man.
Yeah, it wasn't on very long, and then it's like I remember more kind of like the little miniseries movies because they would play those a lot. But yeah, it was such a classic thing. That's so cool. Speaking of Spidey, we got some more amazing Spider-Man news, and I got a little special guest with me because this is my actual vintage Mego Spider-Man right here. So Mego, as you may be aware, has been releasing these amazing 50th anniversary Mego figures, but to date, they have only been releasing DC figures because DC was the only company who had given them the license to do so. And everyone was always wondering, where's Spidey? Where's Captain America? Where's Electro? Where's well, Electro's new. Where's Green Goblin? Where's the Lizard? Those are totally classic Mego figures that we have not gotten released again. And they cost a fortune on the aftermarket, and they're never in good condition. Finally, you know what? Disney allowed Mego to partner up and do a Marvel pack. And it's going to be a 4-pack, the Mighty Marvel 4-pack, exclusive to Disney. So this is going to be sold on DisneyStore.com and also at Disneyland Park starting this weekend. I don't know when it's going to show up on the Disney website because I think it was supposed to go live yesterday, and I've been searching every day for it. Haven't found it. It's the first time that these Mego 50th anniversary releases are in a packaged like gift pack. They're usually sold individually. Cool. And leave it to Disney to make you buy all 4 at once, which this is an incredible set, and you don't have to track them down, but we got to find them on the Disney store. Big shout out to Frank Rojo at Absolutely Retro for the heads up on this one as well. These are so cool. Like, I've been wanting these Megos of like Green Goblin and the Lizard forever, and they're so hard to get. I don't have those two. And like I said, they cost a fortune on the aftermarket, and they're always in really bad shape, especially the Lizard because of his lab coat's always like tattered or missing, and Electro's brand new. They never made him before. Ooh, and he looks so cute, like really, really retro looking. So this is awesome. And any Mego fans out there are probably like, jumping out of their seats. This is just the first wave, mind you. We're gonna get more.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And it's so cool. So this is, they're so 70s retro cute. I'm lucky enough to own a very nice version of Spider-Man. This is a vintage one, and he's in very clean condition. But these cost a lot of money too. They're very hard to find in this good condition.
That looks really nice.
Pretty much perfect. I love this Spidey, but he needs his friends. So I'll be more than happy to get these 50th anniversary versions. So super exciting news. As soon as we do find the link to this, we'll share it with you guys. But hopefully there's some fans out there of these Megos. I know a few people in the chat are excited about them, which is very cool. And I'm so glad to see that. So super, super exciting news. I did hear about this a couple months ago, but there were no photographs and there were no details. But I did know that there was some kind of deal in the works. So
that's cool.
These are awesome. And then the last little piece of news that I'm going to share, and then we'll see if you have anything else before we bring Pedro on, is so Lion-O from Mondo. If you missed out on the timed edition deluxe, there's a standard edition right now up for pre-order. He comes with a lot less accessories, but he's like $25 less than the other version is. But he is available on Entertainment Earth and BBTS, and also mondoshop.com. And if you missed it, someone did an in-hand review.
Look at that.
This is actually my Mondo Lion-O that I got, and so I did a review on him the other day in case anyone was on the fence. You can see some pretty cool photos of him. So here is Mondo Lion-O looking really good. I took the skirt off of it just because he looks more classic. Yeah. And then Snarf doesn't look as creepy as he did at San Diego Comic-Con. They actually they toned down all that extra wash on him, so he looks really cute, and he's articulated. So he has 5 POA. He moves his arms, his legs, and his head. So he's a cute, like a really big companion figure. And this was actually really worth it for $25 more than the standard edition, because he came with 4 extra heads, a cloth cape, like 3 swords of omens, a bunch of extra hands, and all sorts of stuff. So you can check those out there. Super fun in-hand review. And the other ThunderCats news we have is we did get some diorama and product images of those 5.5 ThunderCats figures. So if you're wondering, initially all we got was renderings. Now we have product shots, so you can see those and what the Lion-O looks like. Thoughts from you, Michael? Because I know you were on the fence about these.
Yeah, they actually they look really good. Again, like I think they made the pale skin because they're going to make a toy recolor, but I thought they came out really, really nicely.
Yeah, yeah, they're totally classic articulation. This is reminiscent of the kind of like the animated style deluxe lino that we got recently. You can see with the little swooping hair, and Munra, the same thing, and he has like it looks kind of like a vinyl cape to me. It's soft goods, but it's not plastic.
Yeah,
but it looks like it's vinyl. So I know that was a question on everybody's mind. So that's pretty cool. And then of course you get Jackalman with his classic axe there.
So funny.
And,
I was looking in the comments on Instagram, and people were like, "Are these the Mattel versions?" I'm like, "No, this is Super 7."
Exactly. They beat them to the punch. But I mean, these are cool because again, they have like classic 5 POA, 6 POA because you get the waist as well. The classic like Motu vintage articulation into ThunderCats style. So these photos are available on the article, and check them out. So you can see what the actual products look like. And that's all I had. I don't know if you have anything else before we bring Pedro on.
I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna bring up Giraffe's comment. Free Pedro, the Toy Habits Green Room even catered. Yes, he is eating whatever. No, I'm just kidding. He's not eating.
We sailed through the news because we had to give you guys news. Without further ado, go ahead.
We want to introduce a friend of the channel who is very passionate about Motu, especially about the Masters of the Universe vehicles. So it would be a great time to bring him on and discuss where the heck are the Motu Origins vehicles. Pedro, welcome to Toy Habits. Very nice to see you. How are you doing this morning? Because it's approaching 3 a.m. for you?
Oh my gosh.
Hello from Portugal once again. Here, almost 3 a.m. in the morning. Yes.
Wow.
I wish a good night to all Toy Habits fans. It's like a dream come true going live with you both.
Oh,
thank you. And look at how many friends you have who are joining us, who stayed up till 3 a.m. to also support you on this.
Some from Portugal, some from Spain, and some from Italy. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we got a lot of people in the middle of the night watching.
Yeah. So Pedro, what made you so passionate, especially about the Masters of the Universe vehicles, especially?
I blame it on Mattel because Mattel don't give us what we want. So I went to the secondary market here in Portugal. We call Vinted and OLX. It's like eBay, and I starting to buy and collect figures and toys, vehicles with 40 years old, and I try to restore them with the help of the videos of Toy Poloy. I think you know.
Oh, he's great. Yeah.
Yeah. And I wash them, I repaint them, some of them. Nice. I put new stickers. I glue it. Some parts like the battle bones. I print some of the ribs in 3D pieces.
Oh, nice.
And with super glue and silver tape, and I repaint. I think that the final result is more or less quality with quality. Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So what's your favorite vintage vehicle? Do you have one?
The masterpiece battle ram. Yes.
Nice.
Yes, it's really a masterpiece. It should be on the museum, exposed on the museum.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this is actually your So you sent us a bunch of pictures. So this is your battle ram, and it's funny because we got the Sky Sled kicking off Wave 1 for Masters of the Universe Origins. Totally thought that they would at least give us the back half of the battle ram to complete.
Yeah. it's funny because they had, the jet sticking out. There was always like a spot to future connect to, and we never got anything to hook up to it.
I still don't understand the idea of Mattel. The fans are being very tired of waiting, and I try to have my own collection, my own vintage collection. Because when I was a child, I dreamed on having these figures and these vehicles, but I only had 5 figures: Stonedar and the random figures. Maintain the Stonedar, Battle Punch Iman, Cobra Khan, and the vintage Iman. I don't understand why those 5 figures, but now I have almost the vintage collection that I dreamed on when I was a child, and the vehicles and the slime pits and fright zone I bought in the secondary market. Some of the branches of the fright zone and some of the crows were broken, so I I repainted. The final result, it's if I show the picture, you can't believe that it's restored.
I would love to see it. What'd you do about how was the puppet? Was it like deteriorated? I've seen some people actually make some like replacement ones on the secondary market.
The only thing I'm trying to get, it's with synthetic fiber tissue. I'm trying to with a custom woman to make the serpent, the monster.
Yeah.
But it's not ready yet. When it's ready, you are going to see. You are going to be the first ones to see it.
Oh, that's
very
cool. Yeah,
Very
because
the rest of the fright zone, it's 5 stars. Yeah.
Yeah, the puppet is another one that always gets either ripped or just like destroyed or deteriorated. But it's interesting. So Mattel started making vehicles in the beginning of the line, and then we haven't gotten. If you want to count Night Stalker as a vehicle, I don't know if I count it as a creature or vehicle, but that's the last time we pretty much have seen a vehicle for Masters of the Universe Origins, which has me thinking, like, are they ever going to make the vehicles for the line, or are they just focusing on the figures and that's it?
I think that the vehicles that have as batteries, like the Tech Track and Dragon Walker, I think the Mattel is going to skip those.
Up on my top shelf there.
Ooh, yeah.
The others, like the rest of the Battle Ram and Versasaurus and Laser Bolt, maybe Mattel give to us, to the fans, what we want. But until that day, I'm going to continue restoring and collecting.
The great thing is that the vintage vehicles right now, the ones at least that we don't have, are fairly easy to get a hold of. They're not that expensive on the aftermarket. They still are fairly affordable to get a vintage one. And I found if you're patient enough, you can find one in decent condition. And so for fans who are waiting for all these vehicles that haven't been made, you can still try and track down nice versions of the vintage ones for not too much money and fill out your collections. And of course, the Origins figures fit in them perfectly. So that's one option. We heard, some stories about when a lot of the vehicles were released, them kind of warming shelves. Maybe they produced too many. Maybe they took up space on the shelves, and maybe the companies weren't, putting enough of them out. But, I would see, and it could have been maybe because it was like during the pandemic that things were stuck in ports. And so maybe there wasn't a good distribution of it, and only a few stores would get them at a time. And eventually, like, the floodgates would open, and then the stores would be flooded with them, and then they would sit there because as collectors, we didn't want to wait that long to find them in store or wherever it was. And so we found other means to get them. And so eventually that kind of caused like a backlog of the vehicles. So they sat around for a while afterward because there's, a finite number of us. And so once we got one vehicle, that's kind of like it. Or maybe you'd wait to get a second one to keep it boxed after it went on clearance. But I think that is probably what's making Mattel a little gun shy. And even when Night Stalker went up on Mattel Creations, he didn't sell out right away.
Right.
And I know we mentioned that at the time, that if even if you're on the fence and Night Stalker wasn't that expensive, to go ahead and buy him, just at least to support the line and give Mattel a little bit more warm and fuzzies to kind of keep going with vehicles, because that was a testing ground for them to see if they wanted to continue. And it didn't do wonderfully. I mean, he sold out, I think, eventually, or it took a long time. But want to say a really big hello to a friend of ours that's in the chat right now. It's the one and only Mega J Retro. How's it going, Mega J? Good to see you in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Mega J's got some exciting news coming up soon as well.
Yeah.
On his channel, so we'll let him break that to all you guys. But good to see you, Jay. So I'm thinking, they're a little gun shy about vehicles and play sets right now because they're worried about them warming shelves or not selling out. And that's kind of the reason why they went, oh, well, Night Stalker is still up. Thank you
Wow.
for that, for answering my question. And I guess he's 29% off. He's on sale
There you
for
go.
the holidays. So that tells you right now that they are hesitant to go in on more vehicles. But I do remember everyone's excitement when we saw that beak of the Talon Fighter leaked in an image, right? From, I think it was the German toy show.
Oh yeah, yep.
Right, and everyone was going crazy over it. So maybe Mattel needs to adjust maybe the amount of quantities they make. Maybe the price has to go up a tiny little bit. But there's got to be a good model that works, because I think there is a method for them to be able to get vehicles out to us, to the fans who would be super excited to get an Attack Track or a Dragon Walker or any of the other vehicles we haven't gotten yet, or even, not to mention, everyone wants a Fright Zone, right? So everyone wants a Slime Pit. So there's a lot to be made, but we'll see what happens.
But I think that Mattel did it on purpose, giving us the Night Stalker in a moment. They wanted to have an excuse to stop the production of the vehicles, and they thought, let's put the Night Stalker. People already have the Strider. It's more or less the same model, and Mattel, they already knew that it was going to be a bad experience selling the Night Stalker. I think they just wanted to have an excuse to stop somehow the production of the other vehicles.
I actually don't think they wanted to have an excuse to stop producing vehicles. I think they were trepidatious about producing more and not selling them because of what happened previously. And so they were trying to be very careful about it, and also testing the, what was the demand for more vehicles from fans, and if they were going to be able to sell, because obviously they're a huge company and they have to have, their minimum MOQs to be able to make a profit. And if they can't sell enough of those, then they won't make them anymore. And so Night Stalker was actually a testing ground, because they hadn't released a vehicle in a while. And
I still think Night Stalker was an excuse, because if they put on sale the Battle Ram, it's in 10 minutes it was sold out.
We know that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that Mattel does, or maybe their executives don't realize that, right? What the excitement level was going to be for something like that, because I think because they already had the mold for Stridor, they made a couple little changes on Night Stalker because he was a little different. But a lot of reuse and parts. It wasn't probably quite the best vehicle, aka for them to test demand, because something like a Battle Ram or an Attack Tracker or a Dragon Walker, those would all be super popular.
Yeah.
People have been waiting for them for a long time, and that would gauge better what the people want. Or like Mantisaur, how many people would love a new Mantisaur? I've got one that's got a wonky leg, and I'm sure a lot of people do.
If they put this in the The Night Stalker replaced by Attack Track. It sold out in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree with you. And that's why I'm saying it's unfortunate that they used that one, because it was what, they had most of the tooling and the parts, and it was a small investment for them to convert, Stridor into Night Stalker for them to be able to sell it. It was a smaller risk on their part.
What do you think about like the made to order model for vehicles? Because they tried this with Wondar, and they tried this with who else did they do this with? Was it Grizzlor?
Grizzlor.
Yeah. So I think if they move to there, like they can control the orders all they want. All they need to do is just make however many orders they get, and there's no overstock. And they've done this before. So I want to know from the chat, like if they started making vehicles again, would people buy them, and would people be excited about them? I would, because like, especially for the battle ram, like this is probably one of the most meaningful vehicles that I had owned, because it came at like the holiday season where, usually Hanukkah, you get a gift a day, right? My parents that year just decided to just give me everything.
Your parents were very generous with you, Michael. I got
one shot in the battle ram was one of them, and so
That's
like
awesome.
I remember opening it, plus like all these other Masters of the Universe figures. So that was a real epic holiday season for me. So it has a special place in my heart.
That's so cool. I mean, it's nice to have that happy memory that it was like, your first that first Hanukkah gift you opened up, and it still sticks with you all these years.
Oh my gosh, totally does.
I know, that's amazing. That's amazing. It's actually the first vintage vehicle that I purchased in adulthood.
Oh wow!
To restart my collection as well, and I still have my vintage Man at Arms sitting in it. So Dragon Walker. Now this is a quintessential one, and it's such a fun vehicle, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, this is another one I think I got for my birthday, but it's such a ridiculously cool vehicle and cool concept. It's like I'm afraid if they release this one, it would be like the Road Ripper, where they wouldn't even put a
electronics
a ripstick in it. But yeah,
you can't have a Dragon Walker without the damn battery powered,
It's beautiful. Oh, it looks so good. So good. And the thing's been has this one been teased on art? I know it's been referenced in the Masterverse line with the first battle armor He-Man's shield.
I actually did an article on that, which I'll pull up in a minute if we go on to another subject real fast so I can find it. But I think it has been teased. I'll get back to you. Put a pin in it.
Yeah. But Pedro, like, is this one of the vehicles that you also restored as well?
Yes, I need to buy a 3D battery cover piece. This one.
Oh yeah.
Yes. When I bought it in the secondary market, it misses the battery cover, and I printed in 3D, and it fits perfectly.
Oh, that's great.
He works very well, but my daughter and my wife are sleeping because it's better.
You can't turn them on right now. I do have one as well.
We know how it works, but
we know how it works. So
the sound is awesome.
The color is just beautiful. Instead of Strider, instead of Night Stalker, if Mattel puts this on sale, it was sold out in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is such a classic design. I was waiting for them. Like when I saw the Roton come out, I was like, okay, they're gonna just keep on just intermixing vehicles. We got the Talon Fighter, that was great, and then they just cut it off. And I was like, it's been over a year since we've even seen any resemblance of a vehicle, which is sad. And just like looking back in the chat, people want to buy these things, so I guess there is a demand for them, but is there a demand for the right ones? Like, did Mattel release the right vehicles first? Right?
No.
I don't know.
I don't think they did. I think there's some that would have been surefire hits that maybe could have at least paved the way monetarily for them to be able to
Yes.
produce the ones that weren't
They
as
they
in demand.
they produces first the like a teaser for the better ones. Land Shark, it's not bad vehicles, but they are not so spectacular than these ones. Land Shark, Roton, Road Reaper. If they put the first these ones,
Yeah.
they were all sold out in a question of minutes. Yes.
Absolutely. I
definitely.
mean,
Yeah.
we've seen Battle Bones so many times. They've teased Battle Bones, and I apologize. I must have been conflating it, but I didn't do an article on the Dragon Walker.
That's
Maybe
okay.
it was just in my dream. Release one day.
How would you dream about it,
A
Nate?
fully functioning vintage one, and I love it. It's such a great vehicle. But you know what the great thing about the Dragon Walker and Battle Bones is, when you look at both those vehicles, it's that artwork, that amazing artwork from the packaging that we've seen in posters so many times that make that like such a classic vehicle. Like Battle Bones is amazing. Look at that, and it looks like it's in great shape.
Do you
Yeah.
see that this is a 3D
Yeah, it looks
piece?
like it's replaced those two.
I glue it, and I repainted with
That's
silver.
That's wonderful.
Uh, I, it cannot tell the difference.
That's
That's
awesome.
so
Yeah,
cool.
my
And the
My
jaw,
friend-
the jaw also has a little restore here,
oh cool.
almost imperceptible, almost.
That's wonderful.
I need to do that more, like 3D printing stuff, just and like instead of paying through the nose just to get like the original replacement part.
Half of them, the ribs are 3D printed.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh wow,
It can almost cannot tell the difference.
No, you can't.
that's
Like
wonderful.
My camera is weak. Is
Okay.
is weak.
That's all right. You are you're coming in from across the globe, so you're doing great.
Like beyond across the pond.
My new project is this 15 bucks battle ram. Look, it's almost new. 15
Oh
bucks.
wow. So what are you going to do with that then?
It was all very dirt. I washed it and I fixed the spring. Yeah,
Nice.
the spring.
Oh cool.
Yeah.
Mine's broken.
Great, that's wonderful.
And look.
Are you
at
good
the-
with like mechanisms, or were you
look-
like
look
good
at-
at all of this, or did you learn like from like toy play and stuff like that?
Look at the missile.
Oh
wow.
my god, that went like clear across the room.
I think I broke a window. 15 bucks, and I'm going to put the new stickers.
Nice.
And, I'm thinking I asked Michael the opinion because Michael is my consultant, painting consultant. If I should paint it in gray for Hardek, because the Hardek needs a better run. Like I painted one for Skeletor in purple.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
wow, that's awesome.
Michael is the author of the name of the evil battle ram.
That wasn't a hard one.
Yeah,
That wasn't.
I don't know where you came up with that, Michael. It's so
I know,
creative.
right?
If you see this live directly, it's beautiful. The color, it's very beautiful. Very.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can see them in the photographs.
Yeah, like this is something that like Mattel could do. They could make the full-on battle ram, and they could totally do a repaint, and I'm sure people would buy this because
Yeah.
Skeletor and his like he didn't have a ton of vehicles, so it's like we need to add some vehicles to his arsenal. They could make the evil Wind Raider too, right?
I have already thought in paint Dragon Walker with other color, but I think the original vintage green it's unique. The attack track I thought in painting in blue like the cartoon, the little attack track, but it's difficult to get in the secondary market another tech track so good as mine, and I don't want to ruin this.
Absolutely. I'm going to ask a question from the Baroness of Toys for you, Pedro, real quick, and I
Yes,
apologize for
yes,
talking you. So, Pedro, do you download 3D print
yes.
files for the replacement parts, or otherwise you need the
No.
original part to scan and make it?
I go to a website in the internet and I download the pieces, the files. Some of them I must pay. The others are free. And I send the file to another company that produces the 3D pieces. And then when they arrive at home, I give a paint job and I put in the place.
That's so cool. Because some people, I mean, 3D printers are very expensive and they take up a lot of room. So those are all really good pointers.
The battle ram that I bought this week doesn't have any missiles, and I'm going to print it in 3D.
Nice.
It's very very cheap, like $1 or $2 each.
Oh wow!
Yes, and they come in red also. But I think this Michael's evil battle ram is a masterpiece. It's very very beautiful. It's very 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 beautiful. If you see it live, I think it's great.
Let's see. Adopto ND said Skeletor would definitely steal vehicles from the attorney in Palace. That totally tracks story wise. Isn't that how the G.I. Joe, the Python Patrol and Tiger Force, how they swapped the vehicles? They just stole each other's vehicles and just repainted them.
Speaking of Tiger Force, look what I did here.
How the heck do you have that just on the ready? Like we don't plan these things. It's so hilarious.
It is. I know. It is complete. I ordered the little blade button there, so but you never know, Michael, when I'm going to pull something out.
It's right there. It's like
holy shit! I just knocked over a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh yeah,
I love to surprise you like that sometimes.
Oh yes, no, I love it. Timothy makes a good point. If they can get enough people to crowdfund Eternia, can't they get enough to crowdfund vehicles? And it's like you don't need to make a $200 or $300 crowdfund. You can make a crowdfund for any amount of money you want. And it's like, why don't they crowdfund vehicles like McFarlane did it, right?
Yeah, they did. It was only like an $80. Actually, there was different tiers of the crowdfund. For example, for the superpower set, and you can order. I guess there was like one vehicle, or like one vehicle and like the 2 figures, or like the 2 vehicles and the 4 figures. They had different tiers, and the most expensive it went up to like $79 or something. And a bunch of people bought them because it was affordable, and it was like, oh, this is such a great deal. And it was also testing the market. You know, if they sold enough of them, and it was the minimum number they needed to produce it, they made it. You're totally right. They don't need to make it expensive.
And actually, like when you were talking, I just thought of an idea, and it's like, why don't they? It's like for the vehicles that we're showing here, you know, we've seen the Dragon Walker, the Battle Ram, the Attack Track. They could make a crowdfund like that and just crowdfund 3 or 4 of them, and maybe make them into tiers. If you want all of them, you pay the most money.
Exactly. I mean, they can make it like fun and give it like some kind of name, like the battle pack or something like that.
Yeah, and Mega J has a much more original name than I did. The Skeleram. I love that. There we go. Awesome. Done. Pedro, you need to contact Mega J to be your marketing person.
Sometimes I send him 1,000 images like I sent to you. Poor Mega J. Poor Mega J and poor.
You're a passionate person, and it shows through. But yeah, this was another one that was teased quite a bit, actually. I think this has been teased like 4 times already, and it was even on the Eternia box art. I thought for sure 100% we would get something like this because you don't need batteries. It's a pretty basic vehicle.
So inexpensive to make this. I mean, so easy to make this vehicle. Like, there's like a spring and a freaking like little plastic tub. It's not hard.
That's like
we don't have it.
I'm going to tell you a story that is very funny. Do you know the guy from? I hope he's not seeing this. Do you know the guy who I bought this before I bought it? I asked him. The spring, it's good. Yes, the mechanism. This one, okay.
Oh my god, that's
And,
gonna take some time.
I asked him the arm, how we call in English, the arm. This is arm, a bash, the bash arm. Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
the
did not-
bash.
I asked him, the bash arm stretches, and he had the toy for 40 years, and he didn't know that he makes this the toy.
Oh, how funny!
So you can pull it out.
He said, "What the hell? What the hell?" Yeah.
He's like, wait, I want it back now.
I don't want to sell it right.
Wait, I
How
don't
it's
want to sell it. It's
possible.
cooler.
And how it's possible.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's I mean, yeah, seriously, like Toys, I think Toys R Us has said it. It's like basically a bathtub dinosaur for He-Man.
The worst thing about those, I had one, I sold it recently because the dang head cracked off. It gets brittle. You know, most of these you find they're the face, the dinosaur face is always broken off of it. But it's such a basic toy. You know, and I did see Toy Poulet repaired one of these once, and it's literally like a big spring on the inside that little orange plunger presses, and it causes the arm to flop down. It's like the easiest mechanism for them to make. His is whipping out there.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
Look who's in the chat. It's our friend from Canal dos Rosmaneros. Hey guys.
Yeah,
how's it
can you
going?
translate this page?
Good to see you.
Yes, good to see you. And yes, they're at what is it, CCPX in Brazil? I think yes. Yeah. Enjoying their Instagram reels.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yes, good to see you, Stallone and Brendu. I hope you enjoy the rest of CCPX. It's gonna be
That's so awesome. Like we have such an amazing international representation tonight.
Yes.
I feel so continental. It's like, ooh. Everybody speaks Portuguese, and I'm like, I speak Spanish. I can't.
I know. You know what we should do is we should just either get Rosetta Stone or Duolingo and just start learning some of these.
I gotta start learning Portuguese.
Basic stuff, like hi or hello.
Exactly.
No verb conjugation or anything like that. But
no, I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Just the basic stuff. I think a really interesting, like really compact vehicle that they could totally do would be this laser bolt. I never had this, but the action feature is pretty easy to do. But it's also just a really tiny vehicle that doesn't take up any space, which is cool.
Oh,
you have one. That's great.
Like I know it's
Both have one.
Yeah, this is such a simple vehicle. There you go. Pedro has it too. That's awesome. This is it's really cool. You know, you can kind of like flatten it out so He-Man could ride that way or stands up. This is such an inexpensive toy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. The Motu vehicles on the aftermarket, they're not super expensive.
No, they're not. That's what I'm saying. Like, we all want Mattel to re-release these, but if you're dying for getting one of these vehicles, just for now at least find it on eBay. One of these is probably like $20-$30. They're not, I haven't checked in a while, but they're pretty inexpensive and they still hold up. They're 40 plus years old and they're in great shape.
Yeah. And then did you get one? Did you restore this one as well, Pedro?
Actually, this one was the one that needed less restoration because it brings the original stickers in the good shape.
Wow.
The wheels, even the button, the button to transform, it's like new. Okay. The machine guns, all the pieces, it's really almost good. New. If I remember, it costed me $30.
Yeah.
Oh,
30
that's
bucks.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
great.
they're pretty inexpensive.
You know what I miss are those sounds that
Yeah.
the spring-loaded sounds, the ka-chunks, and all of the the mechanism sounds that came from toys from the 80s. Like we don't really get those now, and
Whoa.
it's like you have to have a recording of those sounds and just play them just to hear them.
Absolutely. That's
But
very cool.
yeah, the laser bolt I think would be an interesting one because I mean even if when it's standing up, it doesn't take. I mean, it takes probably as much space as Squeeze might.
Such a small vehicle that you have so many options. Sorry, to display this that either standing up or laying down. I don't know why. Maybe my spring is a little tough, but you can put it this way, so He-Man's laying down, or you can put it up in the upright standing position, and
I
it
think
doesn't
it's
take up
great.
much room. It's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Jinx Gallagher says, I believe Mattel would do well to release retro versions of the Bassosaurus, the Fright Fighter, and the Monstroid. I think that would be a good route to satisfying the MOTU base. Yeah. That'll be good.
Michael, do you saw my wish list to this Christmas? All the stuff that Mattel didn't bring to us. I did my homework.
What I love about this is it's you made a physical thing. It's like you didn't just make something in Photoshop. You made like a physical thing, and that's pretty much all the vehicles, right? And that they need, and creatures and everything that they need to complete the MOTU Origins line, right?
When I was a child, I hated manual works in the school. Now I am always doing manual works.
Yeah, I like that. Where did you just print that stuff up from the internet, or did you cut them out of like magazine or?
This is hard paper cartolina, yes, and I plastified all these things, and this I printed in color paper. Nice. I get the downloads through the Battle Ram blog. I think it was on the Battle Ram blog.
Such a great.
It's great.
Spider was motorized.
Resource.
It's like the Bible of vintage.
Yeah, I would love them to do all of the stuff, because it's funny because they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna finish off the vintage MOTU Origins line on Mattel Creation, but I think that's just the figures at this point. Darn it.
Do you know this?
Yeah, that's slime kit, of course.
Yeah.
That was such an easy thing for them to make too. So inexpensive.
This is a 3D piece. All of this is a 3D piece.
Oh wow!
Oh wow, that's incredible.
Wow.
It was I bought only the base, the base in the secondary market, and
it's like he has a third hand. I'm totally kidding. Like, Peter, where'd that come from?
And I need to bought the skull in 3D paint, and then I painted in the cream color, almost yellow. In the camera, you can see, but it's like yellow cream color.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. Like I wouldn't even be able to tell that that's a 3D printed.
Yes,
that's so cool.
And my custom Grizzler.
Don't like me and kicking it out of my hair.
Oh my god! Yeah, imagine putting Grizzlor in the slime pit.
Oh, he looks.
People say to me that my customized Grizzler is prettier than the original vintage.
It looks awesome.
Wow, you made that one?
He was in a bad shape, very very bad shape. And my wife have an idea to put it in the washing machine.
Wow.
And then when it came out with the hair brusher,
hair dryer.
Hair dryer. Yeah. With a hair dryer, we put him with a new.
It looks like he went to the salon.
Yes,
lovely. Absolutely, he looks great.
Yeah, that's
he looks
so
great.
Cool.
It's like new.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
It looks really good.
Cool.
You've also made some like mock-ups and prototypes of some boxes too of these.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I think when the Toy Sorceress was saying, she loves the box art, like this is, oh my gosh,
it looks like real.
That one's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It isn't perfect because this little man here and then. This is mail boxes that I bought in the mail service, and I printed the vintage art and I plastified. I love to plastify all the things, and almost you can tell that it's not original.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's cool. Like it would never occur to me just to put together boxes to recreate vintage box art. Ooh, that's so cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looks like it has a Basisaurus inside, yes?
It does.
Yeah. But that's just like a photo of one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And the back side, it's not perfect. I have, like I told you, I have a Spanish friend designer, Manuel Toral, and he's trying to make with the. We find out that the rotten box of the Origins, with the rotten box, all the vehicles fit inside the Dragon Walker, the Attack Track, all that, and so he's going to make real boxes, producer boxes, to put these vehicles like this.
That's smart.
But with the art from the others, they all fit in here.
That's great.
Oh wow! So he's gonna make the the origin style boxes for those vehicles
with the plastic window. And,
that's awesome.
That's wonderful.
You are going to be stunning.
That's
we can't wait. Can't wait. That's gonna be amazing.
The Dragon Walker box.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he has a Dragon Walker. Or...
I love that one. Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, those are good.
How is my English until now? Bad?
Wonderful. We totally understand everything you're saying.
Oh my gosh, none of your English is fantastic.
That's all that matters. Yeah, it's great.
Tomorrow, I think my wife and my daughter are going to mock with me all day long.
Oh.
No, your English was great.
Yeah.
The attack track.
Attack track would be amazing.
Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good.
Yeah. Alex says it best. Fans do it best. Nice work, Pedro. Yeah.
Everyone's really enjoying your
this is the Spanish graphic designer that is making all and is going to make all the vintage Motu posters with giant measures with 2 meters long. 2 meters.
That's huge.
This one has 1 meter by 70 centimeters. Next week he's going to send me from.
It's about 3 feet long,
That's
roughly.
Huge.
Yeah,
for those who don't know the meter system, because we use feet and inches here.
He's going to send me the giant posters with 2 meters and 1 meter and the half to.
Wow, so about like 6 by 4.
Holy cow!
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Something like that.
Yes,
you can like walk your whole wall.
That's huge.
In the next week, he's going to send me the first one. The first giant poster is going to be the 1987 poster.
Oh, that's awesome!
Wow!
Can you imagine this with 2 meters length?
How's he going to send that to you? Fold it up? Roll?
He's going to in the how would you say it? Boulder.
Oh, like a tube.
A tube.
Yeah.
And the next one is going to. This is my second.
I was gonna make a suggestion. When he rolls it up, he should roll it up with the image, assuming it's completely dry and everything, with the image on the outside when he rolls it. Because then when you unroll it, it's easier to flatten it on the wall. Because if he rolls it with the white side facing out, then it's going to curl up like this forever.
Yes, I think it's going to. Yes, tonight I needed half an hour to put this right. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
he's making this. He's
Wow,
That's
that
amazing.
one's epic.
yeah. He's a graphic designer, and he uses a digital paintbrush. Because if you see this in person, you get crazy because of the colors, like
Yeah.
3D. Yes.
What
That's
kind
so
of paper is he printing that on? Is it gloss or is it like a semi-gloss or like a matte finish?
No,
I only ask because it changes the way, like, I guess the inks get absorbed and kind of the look and the sheen
no.
of the poster.
Before he sent it to me, I thought it was going to be in the matte paper or glossy, but no,
Yeah.
it's a paper that you can see the little particles of the painting. If you saw this in live,
Wow.
it's almost the skies almost you see in 3D. It's
Wow.
only in person you can't imagine. I send the photos to Michael. I don't know if you showed them,
I'll
but
take a look. Yeah.
but in real life, they are pretty, cooler.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
it looks amazing. It absolutely
Yeah.
looks amazing.
Totally does. Totally
You know,
does.
I wish we had the wall space for things that big.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Like you can choose to put posters on the wall or toys. It's like, what do you choose?
Like I had to go way up high to get that skateboard.
Oh yeah. That's
So I
right.
was like, I don't have room on the walls.
Well, yeah,
It's
actually,
incredible.
you have some room. You have some room. Some
Above
your room
me.
is pretty
I
tall.
do.
Yeah, you
Actually,
can
it goes.
throw those up
The
there.
ceiling goes way up
I'm going.
there.
I'm going to try one more time if I can. I have a thing that toy sorcerers don't have. Can
I
you?
don't have that.
Yes.
That's
Can
one of
you
the places
imagine?
I'm missing. That's awesome.
Look, this one is restored, and this
Wow.
one also. But it's very strong.
That's cool.
Oh, that's
And,
great. That looks wonderful, Pedro.
Yeah.
it misses here the track.
Just take a marker and you draw two little eyes on your hands, and you just go like this and make a little puppet, or like a sock. You make a little sock puppet in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you see the inside of here? It has rats and skulls.
Oh wow, it's hard to see because it's a little bit dark, but
Yeah,
that's very cool.
yeah.
And
So
don't break
cool.
your jail door there.
Yeah. That's very cool. Nuno Biz says Mattel should make puzzles of these vintage posters. Yes, they should. They should be doing a lot of things that they're not doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, take a page out of Mondo, right? Mondo puts amazing posters up too. Like they could do some badass, like Masters of the Universe posters. People would buy them up. The one that they did for the Eternia playset. I'm pointing that way, but it's on the wall over there. That one's incredible, and it's very cool that they like kind of foilized it. But at the same time, once you put it behind, mine's in a poster thing, so it's plastic, not glass. But it makes it a little bit difficult to see because they foilized it. It's cool looking, but it's like there's a glare over it. I kind of wish that they did it without the foil, but incredible art and so cool for them to give us that with Eternia. They need to sell that for other stuff, just like they can make a lot of money that way. Yeah. Fund your future vehicles through selling posters to us.
It's like they started throwing like merch into their like Mattel Creation shop. It's like stop dealing in clothing, just stick to what you know, stick to the toys, make the vehicles, make posters, whatever.
Exactly.
Pedro, what are some of your current, like which ones are you currently restoring right now? You mentioned the Battle Ram was one of them. Are there any others that you're working on right now?
At this moment, the only thing I am going to restore is that Battle Ram that I bought, and to have all the things that I dream of having when I was a child. I'm only missing Real Blasts.
Oh wow!
The only thing I'm in the day of when it goes to sell on the Metal Creations. I'm going to put 3 or 4 people trying. The first one who can get it's. I don't understand why it's so stressful to buy a thing. I don't understand what they have in mind.
They've been better though. The last several things that they put up on Mattel Creations have not sold out right away. They've lasted like half hour to an hour, maybe longer.
But Real Blast is going to be
he's going to sell out very quickly. But I'm hoping that they've adjusted their quantities and they know a little bit better now and they make enough of him, because we did see him in person at San Diego Comic-Con and he looked amazing. I couldn't help but kept taking pictures of his stash and stuff.
A person without Rio Blast is the worst thing that can happen. Thoughts and prayers, Pedro.
Giraffe, you're so funny.
Looks like Man of Action is also working on some repaints and mods as well. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of creativity that's going around the community, so it's cool to see, and it's cool that, like, Pedro, you could have just bought a complete vintage vehicle, but you're like, okay, it's like you're kind of pouring your creativity into these vehicles with restoring them, putting stickers on them, painting them, 3D printing parts and things like that. So you're kind of making it your own in like your own special way, which I think is cool.
Yes, I never imagined that so many people were going to love the things that I do, because until today I only know how to switch a lamp bulb almost. and if it is the simple ones like screwing the ceiling lamps, I don't know how to change it. And one of my best creations was fixing the rubber legs of my vintage preferred figure, that is Merman.
Oh yeah, how cute!
Oh, neat.
It's great.
It's like new. Look, 40 years.
Wow.
No, he looks gorgeous.
He has the legs all loose down, and I 4 hours. I tried the two methods, but with the videos of Toy, it took 4 hours to put but now, and then the arms were very loose, but it's very easy to put them like new. You just take down off and you put the Teflon tape a little bit, and you put together. It's Lego.
Oh, that's great. He won't leak anymore.
It's my vintage. Yes.
The plumber's tape. Plugs up the leaks.
And this one, this is the Origins body skeleton, and I put everybody was saying that it's not possible to put a vintage head in the Origins figure, but I could fix it. I put some rubbers. I put some rubbers inside the head, the squishy head, and I put glue. Also, it's perfect. It's the vintage head in the Origins body.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh, that's so neat.
This vintage, and I repainted this.
Vintage Triclops head. That's a vintage Triclops head.
but it's the vintage head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
It's a vintage head.
But it's difficult. Yes, it's difficult.
I got it on there. No, you're absolutely right. It can absolutely. I have a He-Man like this. I have a Skeletor. There's nothing like the charm of the vintage heads on these figures. That just,
And we must admit that this MOTU mania that started again in 2020. The main reason was that we wanted to have again the vintage figures that we never had.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a little secret, and I don't know if you are going to be mad with me, but I hate crossovers. I hate crossovers. I can't stand. Okay. It's like putting water with wine. You ruin the water and you ruin the wine. I love turtles and I love MOTU, but mixing them up, I just can't stand it. Yes.
Yeah, they're not. No, we're not mad. collecting is a very personal journey. Just because we like something doesn't mean that we don't like somebody else who doesn't like something. So yeah, it totally fine. Like they're not for everybody. So
I usually say that someday Mattel will mix Transformers with Motu.
Oh, I'm sure.
they probably will. I mean, they did Turtles already. So question from Nuno Biz. Question for non-English speaking viewers. Were there any names that were drastically different in other languages? I'm assuming like names for vehicles or names for figures.
Yeah, many.
Oh, okay.
The best people to respond this is Solon or Brando, because in Brazil the names are completely. For example, merman in Brazilian is aquático.
Oh, that makes sense.
Aquático. I like it.
Clawful is multigarras.
What? That's awesome.
I would call him Langostino.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the name in Argentina of him, but
trap jaw is mandíbula.
wow.
Mandíbula,
that makes sense.
Ramen is Ariete. Ariete.
That's totally different. Yeah.
What is it?
Ariete. Ramen.
Idiot. It sounds like idiot, which he kind of like is.
Maybe that's why, because he was, kind of stupid on the
many faces is multifaces.
Okay. I can see that.
Dragon Walker is cabeçauro.
Wow.
Very different.
Very different.
Very different. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very different.
In Portugal, we only knew the English names, like you. But in Brazil, Os Mineiros told me the names, and I laughed very, very much.
That's awesome.
Oh, gosh. Well, thank you so much, Pedro, for coming on and sharing all of this and having this wonderful discussion about the vehicles. I know that I think we all share a lot of the sentiments in the chat where we wish Mattel would make these vehicles or figure out a way to make them cost effective so they could just bring them to the MOTU Origins line. I think it's going to take them a very long time to finish out the vintage line, unfortunately. And so instead of making new crossover figures like the ThunderCats, which are going to be cool, they could start intermixing these vehicles too. So please figure something out, Mattel, because the fans really, really want this.
Yeah. They got to reel it back into the vintage stuff.
Yes.
Like it's great that they're expanding their world and everything, but like I think sometimes they lose their way and they focus too much on like the new stuff, and they don't bring back enough focus back on the vintage. That's what we all love about Origins to begin with. So
just a quick story about Mossy. Do you know how I get this Mossy?
No, how? And I love that Moss Man.
A friend of mine went to the States, and I told him, "Hey, Rodrigo, please go to a Walmart and try to get a Moss Man." But I never thought it was possible because all the fans in America say that it was sold out, and everything. So my friend walks in Walmart, in the first Walmart he saw in Philadelphia, and they make me a video call by WhatsApp. This is the one. And
wow.
He didn't wanted the money. He offered me, yes.
That's so nice. It's so wonderful when like the collecting community does things like that, because it makes. I love that Mossy. Like we had a friend in the channel also who helped hook us up with them, because Michael and I couldn't find them anywhere for
Rob
many
2023.
months. Yeah, Rob 2023, who's in the chat, helped us get Moss Man because we couldn't find him anywhere, and it just makes the figure that much more special to you when you have a fellow collector who also loves collecting Motu, find it, and you're kind of spreading the joy, right? Spreading the joy to fellow collectors.
This one is from the States.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
This is a masterpiece. Yes. This is a masterpiece. The flocking is perfect. perfect.
They took so
I,
long.
I don't have words for this
Well worth
flocking.
it. Well worth it. So worth it. Mine's always waiting.
Yeah.
So worth it. This is the absolute like masterpiece of the whole line. Right
Yes,
here. How well they
it's
made monster.
very, very beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. That is
That's right.
awesome. Yeah, something I'm working on tonight. Yeah, the WWE Superstar Series 13 action figure attack, who's the brand manager for Mattel, posted the Instagram reel of the official
Who's in Wave
images.
13?
What's that?
Who's in Wave 13?
Jake the Snake Roberts, Eddie Guerrero, and I'm totally blanking. I just have
It's okay.
I
didn't mean to quiz you. I was just curious.
No, now this is gonna bug me now. Who the heck is it? I'm sure that somebody will throw it in the chat before
Captain Lou Albano?
No.
Someone says, so he's already way out. I have him on my shelf.
Yeah.
I'm curious who's in that wave.
Oh, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Yeah, so they showed the prototypes at SDCC, the Comic-Con that we went to. So
right.
Yeah, they finally have the official images, so it's super exciting. But it's such a hard line to collect, though.
Spearmint scented.
Ooh, nice.
That's very cool. I love the piney fresh scent.
Yeah, you got to hang them from your rear view mirror as your car freshener.
The first time I opened the box, it has a very, very strong scent, but a few months after it hasn't. No.
Yeah, my vintage Stinkor still smells.
Yeah,
it's baked into the plastic. That's never gonna go away.
I'm like, where is mine? I got. Oh yeah, mine's down here. I got to crack it
up on the shelf up there.
But the Origins one hasn't no smell, no bad smell. No.
It was barely there, and then it went away, and it wasn't even patchouli.
Yes,
it was something else.
The Origins line is excellent, but it misses the action features like Overcand and Tank. It's really
Michael's getting high on the patchouli.
Oh my god, it's something that I never do is like open this up and just smell it, and it's like, oh my
I love it.
It is patchouli oil, correct?
So good.
Oh yeah,
so good.
Patchouli oil,
like,
correct?
Yep.
Even the case, even it's baked into the plastic case too.
Oh, that's never gonna go away, Michael.
I love it.
But patchouli oil is a bad smell, yes?
It's a strong smell. I wouldn't call it bad.
I heard that it's patchouli, but I don't know what is patchouli.
It is. I had a friend when the Origins line first came out and Merman was first released. I had a friend make me a custom Stinkor because I was dying for Stinkor. He didn't come till many waves later. He painted it painstakingly, looked beautiful, and then he sent me a bottle of patchouli oil in the mail with this custom Stinkor he made me, but it started leaking, because the oil just I guess whatever the lid, it just couldn't contain it, and it was in my desk drawer in my office, and every time I opened that drawer, it just because it was a small bottle, but it would just hit you. I eventually had to throw the bottle away because I'm like, I need this out of the house, like it was permeating everything.
Oh my gosh. The Thrawn says, if you want to restore the funk smell of the Stinkor, just use the men's cologne called Brute. It smells the same. I remember the commercial for Brute.
I know what is Brute. I know what is Brute. Yes, I know.
Okay, well there you go.
I didn't know Brute smelled like patchouli. That's funny.
Question from Nuno Biz. That's actually a good question. Did Portugal get any of the possible 88 wave like Titus and Megator?
No, only in Italy. Only in Italy.
Got it.
Titus and Megator only, and Skeletor laser
power Skeletor.
Even laser
light Skeletor laser power He-Man.
Yeah.
That's the Skeletor and the He-Man laser sword.
Yeah. They
are full of rubbish. those two you put in a bag and you throw to the garbage. No. I don't consider them vintage figures.
It's funny the way that the laser light Skeletor, the squatting legs. I think people call it like taking a dump Skeletor.
Squatty putty.
Really ugly. Really.
Yes.
We have to get those in the Origins line.
Oh my gosh.
Those are the two figures I'm dying for. Besides, of course, Hero.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Everybody needs a hero. I need
Yeah.
a hero.
You would think that.
We got to get Hero in the line, and he has to be back metal. I won't take anything less.
Yeah.
But you're killing us. Like, we're still waiting for these guys.
We're gonna be waiting a long time. Like, honestly, I think it's gonna take another year or two for them to finish out, maybe more. I think they're probably gonna stretch this another 3 years.
You know, I not that I have anything against the Snake Men, but I'm so ready to move on past the Snake Men.
Well, I know it's like
done.
they're starting the Snake Men Reptile Wars in the Turtles of Grayskull, and it's like, okay, like we've just finished the Snake Men and MOTU Origins. Now it's
Thank you. I was like, okay, now Powers of Grayskull. We had the King Grayskull that came on the card back. Card back's done.
Yeah.
We like moved past it, but maybe
They are playing with the fans. They
Yeah.
are teasing a little too here. Yeah, a little.
And of course, we got the amazing cartoon collection, right?
Yes.
Now there's like She-Ra, you know, like kind of Princess of Power inspired packaging. So
yeah,
I think the cartoon collection is really pretty, and he's very similar to the cartoon, the filmation, but I don't have any interest in those figures because they don't have the cruelty, the aggressivity of the vintage figures. The vintage figures are badass. Do you know? Do you understand? I don't like Horko. I don't like King Rand or Prince Padden. I don't have Prince Padden. I don't have Prince
no Burger King for you.
Yeah. You even have a carded King Randor toy sorcerer.
I have a couple. I have one King Randor here, another one with his burger over there by Castle Grayskull.
I love the burger. It's so funny because I thought you would Photoshop that in, but no, it's an actual burger.
There's an actual burger in his hand, and that one has a soft goods cape on it as well. And I do have a couple of carded ones. I have a vintage carded King Randor, and I've got like two of the Origins.
I don't like Orko. I don't like King Randor, Prince Padden, not even Prince Padden.
Not even the vintage Prince Adam. I love the vintage Prince Adam.
I don't have. It's cool, but I don't have because if I have,
he's not badass.
He's not badass.
If I can't imagine the figure in the battlefield, I don't buy them.
That's funny.
And I don't have toy sorcerers. Excuse, but I don't have toy sorcerers. Toy sorcerers on the sorcerers.
I was going to
sorcerers.
Like no sorcerers at all.
No sorcerers. The only sorcerers I like is you.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
Well, that's very nice, Pedro.
I only collect who can enter in the battle.
Well, it makes sense. Everybody has their own headcanon of what they like to collect and how they want to collect, and what makes sense in your own world. And it's cool. It's cool that everyone has an individual.
But by the contrary, I am a very peaceful people.
Absolutely.
Person.
What's your favorite figure, Pedro? Your favorite character, your favorite figure?
The vintage Merman.
That one, yeah.
And this equal the Lord of Power version. This one.
Oh, interesting.
Very nice.
This is I blame it on this figure. This whole collection again because I think it was in the pandemic periods in 2020. I entered in the I always loved to enter in Toys R Us. All my friends mocked with me. You like toys, but I always appreciated toys. And I started to see your videos and Os Mineiros, and I felt a relief. Like I'm not the only one that loves toys. And I never thought there were lots of people like me. And I entered in the Toys R Us, and at the bottom, I saw in the package with those letters saying Master of the Universe, the red colors, the blue colors, and I saw, and I didn't believe it. What again? My childhood collection is still available.
So was that Toys R Us in Portugal?
Yeah, it never
left?
closed. No.
Wow.
In America, Canada not, but America, yes.
I know it's sad. I took a business trip to Poland, and in the mall next to the office, there was a mall, and it had a Toys R Us in there, and I was so happy to go into a Toys R Us, but I had to go to Poland to go into one.
Back to the homeland.
You know, geez, it's like, come on.
For a lot of us Jews.
Yeah, right.
That's where you're from. The Holy Land, Toys R Us.
And I bought it, and I told to my wife and to my daughter and to my mom. They were with me. You are going to buy a toy, and I said just one, because it was my preferred one. But when I saw this face, I thought it's really nice because it's equal to the vintage card back.
Yeah. You're right.
I love this one, this head, but this is beautiful also. And then I bought also Eamon and Skeletor. Just one more. And I never thought I was going to be, yes.
Yeah, I think
That's so funny.
that's a common story amongst a lot of us.
But I only like the vintage or origins collection, nothing more.
Wow.
Yeah.
If not,
So
I
no other collectibles. Just
my collection compared with yours is like a micro collection, a mini collection.
Nothing can compare to the Toy Sorceress's collection. I've seen it in person, and it is mighty impressive.
I saw the video. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful! It's grown a little bit since then, so I gotta do an update video eventually.
My collection was growing too much, and I asked to my mom to put all the stuff in her home. And at this moment, I only have these figures that I showed today, and tomorrow I will send it to her house, and the exposition is going to be in their living room.
Oh wow!
Oh, nice.
Because if not, my wife killed me. If I
Well, we hope that does not happen.
You need to find some kind of dedicated toy room space for yourself.
Yes.
You deserve it.
But I live in the T2 apartment, only with two rooms and the living room and the kitchen. It's not possible here.
Wow.
Yeah.
The houses in America are more bigger, yes. Than
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They are like in the movies, correct?
Not everywhere, but
no,
Not the houses that I live in, but I wish. No.
Yeah.
Well, this has been really fun, Pedro.
Oh,
and,
sorry. Once again, sorry about my English.
That's a
No, you don't apologize. It was great.
Please.
It'd be great.
If I had to speak Portuguese, that would have been horrible.
We wouldn't be communicating if we had to speak in Portuguese.
Yeah.
My daughter said, "You are crazy talking with two famous people live from all the world." Yeah, I'm totally
We're just
crazy.
regular people like you.
Imagine a famous actor or personality that you admire. Say one name, for example. Say one name.
I don't know why nothing is coming to me, Michael.
Oprah. Maybe Donald Trump? No.
Oh my God, no!
No, please don't get her started.
You guessed completely wrong.
But Oprah, for example, yes.
Okay, Oprah's good. Yeah,
Oprah's good.
Imagine you are in a live with Oprah. Can you imagine?
that's incredible. Yeah.
I am with two Oprahs. Can you
Aw.
imagine?
Yeah, that's very sweet of you, Pedro.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a amazing discussion, and yeah, we hope that Mattel is listening, and we hope that they at least have something on their roadmap in the future. They've surprised us before, and maybe they'll surprise us again, which would be.
I think if Mattel is seeing this live, I'm going to jail because I am making fake boxes.
I don't think so. You
No,
have
you're good.
you have international immunity. I think they can't touch
Exactly.
you
They,
over
they
it.
can't get you. Just
Yeah.
you're fine. Big congratulations to Joshua Robbins for being a
Yes.
member for 13 months.
That's awesome.
It is awesome, Joshua. Yeah, I think you're plenty safe.
Yes.
Sorry.
So, all right. Yeah, it's
Look, I love it. It's Michael Winfrey. You get a card. You get a Mossman, and you get a Mossman, and everybody gets a Mossman.
Everybody gets a Mossman.
Everybody gets a Mossman, just like Oprah.
Maybe
Wonderful. It's been great having you on, Pedro.
Yeah,
maybe you don't have that notion, that idea, but if you don't have, it's a incorrect idea that you are not famous, because you are very, very, very famous. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
You are just too kind, and I got to tell you, you're very, very talented, and we love your passion for collecting. We love your passion for Motu, and it's just incredible. You know, when you get to spend the precious free time that you have to create and make all of these wonderful things. We really appreciate you sharing those with us.
Do you believe that these 4 boxes, I spend almost all the summer doing this, and I never thought you are going to like the boxes. I spent almost 2 months every day, a little bit. Yes, yes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's awesome. Well, good. Well, we hope everybody enjoyed the discussion, and hopefully this sparks some ideas in Mattel to get them going. But yeah, we're approaching the holiday season pretty fast. Hanukkah is really late this year. It happens around Christmas and spills over in January.
Same day. Actually goes into the new year. So
oh my gosh, that's crazy.
It's incredible. So everyone out there, we're wishing you an early Merry Christmas, an early Happy Hanukkah, early Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, wonderful holidays. You're going to spend a lot of great time with your friends and your family. And we'll still be around throughout the month of December, obviously, you know, coming in with our live streams. And it's been a pleasure having you on, Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
I think if Mattel doesn't give us rapidly what we want, we must think in open a company called Michael and Toy and Pedro Creations. and designer Manuel.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, we'll base it in Portugal, so we'll have international immunity.
We are going to sell. We are going to sell.
We could just be like Ace and just like laugh at, you know.
Yeah, there you go. We can laugh at this.
Just kidding.
We are going to sell Motu posters and restored figures and vehicles.
Yeah, there you go.
We're totally joking, Mattel. We're totally joking.
We are.
Tomorrow they are going to put in their sites breaking news. All the vehicles are going to be on sale until the end of the year.
Yes, there we go.
We always joke around that there's like wanted posters of us in the Mattel offices.
Yeah. We are wanted people. No.
Exactly.
All right, everyone. We'll have a good night and a good weekend, and we will see everybody next week. All right. Have a good one.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.